So the last time I played NieR Replicant was over 2 weeks now. Yeah, a bit more than 2 weeks now. We got ending C at the end, and that was the last time I had played. So in my own time, I played through the game a fourth time, got to ending D, and kept playing to get to ending E. So we're gonna watch that and we're gonna talk about it a bit. Oh no, God, there's no audio. Ah, ah. Here, capture audio. No? What? Where did it go? Alright, hold on. Let me do it again. What? There it is. There we go.
Very nice. Now, if you want to save your precious Kaine, there are two ways to do it.
You gotta lower the volume a little bit. I believe -10 should be fine. There.
One is to plunge your sword into her chest.
So we're given this
That's
choice
what she
at the
wants
end.
after all. Freedom from burden.
Closer.
Freedom from life.
What's the other way?
The other way.
So this was the choice for between ending C and ending D.
But to make that happen, you gotta trade your own existence.
This we have already seen.
Well, there you go.
The only difference here is I chose the second option to save her and delete my save file.
Why are you trying to help her?
Probably for the same reason you are. Enough talk. Make your choice.
Oh, I didn't even, I also didn't mention I've been wearing the samurai costume.
Your sister. Your friends.
When you fight Kaine,
Get you.
she's in her regular costume.
You and any sign that you ever existed will be erased. But in exchange, Kaine will return to her mortal life.
Are you sure about this? Naturally, I chose yes, yes, and yes to all of them. I like this question because it's like, are you really, really sure about this? I'm going to delay my decision for a bit longer than I thought. Yeah, this game does a really good job of utilizing the player created name. You're gonna see it later again. And I love this because you see every little thing just get deleted. Your map, your items, your quest log, your weapons, all the words you collected, all the little notes you've collected, which I've only really read like the last 4. The ones about the Gestalts and the Replicants. All the fish I collected. The tutorials. It is a real slow too. You're watching every little bit one by one. All your save files.
Are you all right?
Yona?
It was you. The one who helped me, I mean. Wasn't it?
Like, you gotta wonder what Kaine was thinking here. Like, oh yeah, I went on a quest to beat the Shadow Lord. Why? Okay, I guess I did that. Also, with these alternate costumes, the samurai and the kabuki, you're
Thank you
able to
so
actually see her
much.
bulge.
I'm glad you're okay.
You will need to adjust the camera to see her bulge in the default costume.
What's wrong?
Now, with the way these other two
You
costumes are, you can
defeated
just
the
see it
Shadow Lord
plainly.
and everything, but you don't look happy.
And she's not sure why she looks
I
happy. She looks unhappy.
This is a lunar tear. How pretty. Are you crying?
Yeah. I guess I am. It's like I just found something special.
Like there's
Something very special.
like he's been erased from everyone's memory, but like there's still something in there inside Kaine. Like something is wrong. There's something different. And every credits, everything the credits roll, there's a different music. Here's like a music box variant. Yeah, I actually want to skip forward a bit
Think she
here.
intends to...
Up here. So, it deletes your save file. You make a new save file. And one thing, you cannot use the same name you had used previously. You have to give it a different name. So I put Pig VG as my character's name for endings A through D. Cannot use that same name when you play again. So you play up to... You play up to this part. It's the second fight with the first large shade enemy, whose name is apparently Hook. I don't believe it has a name in game, as far as I could tell. So yeah, you play through the game again. You play up to this point. This is after you defeat the boss.
To perish where she lies. And in truth, perhaps death is the greatest.
Yeah, I
comfort
just
we
sped,
can have.
basically sped
It's
ran
not your decision.
to this point.
You don't get to decide who lives and who dies. She's alive. She has meaning and worth, and we're going to save her.
And I
Everyone
felt
has
this
something
dialogue
to
was
live for.
important.
Even Kaine. Even Yona.
Perhaps you should save your pretty words for her instead of wasting them on me.
You play up to this point. You wake her up, and you get this.
Grandma, can I rest now? I'm so tired.
Kaine, over here! Don't give up! You're stronger than that! Don't you dare give up now!
This woman is more trouble than she's worth.
That's it. Come on!
Now this part. You finally get to play as Kaine for this part.
Fuck.
Now I had wanted to play as her, like whenever after I got ending A and I was going, okay, gotta play the game again. We're getting Kaine's memories, all that. I had thought, oh, we must get to play as Kaine now. No, you play as NieR
Again.
the whole time, and finally you get to play as Kaine here for ending E.
Every time I wake up from it filled with pain and sadness. With this feeling like I've somehow forgotten something extremely important. When I look at my broken sword, it reminds me of my battle with the Shadow Lord. Somehow it's been 3 whole years since I saved Yona. That was supposed to be it. Goal achieved. Game over. So then, why was I crying? Three years have passed, and I still haven't found the answer to that question.
I think because NieR used like his
Not
body
exactly the restful sleep I was hoping for. Damn it.
to bring back Kaine, there's like some residual memory still in there that Kaine is experiencing.
Guess I'll go kill some shit. Emil.
And yeah, you get to play as Kaine. And I was just looking through what I can do, which is it's not much. You get 2 magic attacks, which is not any of the. It's like 2 magic infused like melee attacks. You don't get that big like projectile spell she uses. So you go through, you
Come here, you
you
annoying
fight some
little
enemies,
bastard.
skip a little bit forward.
I'll crush every last one.
Yeah, you give her a little opportunity to just mess around with her moves. Yeah, you fight these guys. You're actually helping this guy here, that NPC there. And I don't think I've ever successfully like evaded or blocked that rolling attack they do.
Thanks for the save.
Shades have been on the rise around here lately. Now go home.
Oh, believe me, I want to. Thing is, I've got a job to take care of. See, we haven't been able to get in touch with anyone in the Forest of Myth. Somebody's got to go over there and make sure they're all right.
And that someone is you. You will make it 10 feet before some shade mauls your ass. I'll go.
What? Really? Oh, man. Thanks a million. Oh, wait. You should take these. I'll wait for you around here. And thanks again.
Well, yeah, I'm just chatting. Like, this is the recording. I'm just chatting over this recording. Don't worry. We're not gaming right now. Now, I think I wished I did here was I wish I went to Yona's village here instead of going straight to the Forest of Myth. So I'm sure I can look it up on YouTube, but I wonder like I assume possibly it's locked for whatever reason. But if you can go into village, like what would people like? What would Yona have to say? Well, what would the Devil and Popola have to say? If they're still there. Actually, would they be there? Would Devil and Popola be there after what happened?
Anybody home? Shit.
And yeah, everyone's dead.
What are those things doing here?
And you get these...
Did they kill the villagers?
Functionally, they're the same as the robots from the Junk Heap, but they look really different. Like, I actually do like the designs of these.
Come on, more? They just keep on coming.
For like the black with like mostly pipes with all, I guess like all the electronics are like inside the piping.
Why would robots be coming out of a place like that?
And you go inside this tree, this magic tree, which stores memories. And you remember that because going through the game 4 times. You really, it really
like
puts a lot of things right into your head that this tree stores the memories of the world.
Welcome to the Sea of Humanity.
Welcome to the cemetery of sin and punishment.
And now you got this.
You are a replicant.
A manufactured existence.
Individual name, Kaine.
Who are you? Show yourselves.
Yeah, just a bunch of robot bodies.
Do not be hasty.
Soon we shall meet.
Creepy little freaks.
And this tree has a surprisingly complex root system. Let me see. When does the tree? Oh yeah, here's some actual wires.
Database designed to resemble a perennial plant.
Yeah, it's not a tree at all.
Transmits phenomena recorded in its memory unit.
I don't understand a damn thing you're saying.
Observations of you have been recorded as well.
Hello, K-Man.
You brought an end to Project Gestalt.
You killed the original Gestalt.
If you cared about spoilers, this is the end of NieR.
Run wild because they have nowhere left to go.
Your actions have caused the deaths of countless replicants.
Oh, hold on.
Show your damn faces already!
Do
Yeah.
not be hasty. Soon we shall meet.
Soon we shall meet.
Yeah, hold on. Let me rename the stream to make it more clear. Ba, ba, ba. They're talking about NieR Replicant ending E. Right. No problem. So it was at this point when I started thinking, because at the end of the game, Gormar Vice, he kind of like shuts down. He goes away. He goes, oh, I'm going to stop them, of course. And it was at this point where I thought, is this them that he was talking about?
Join us.
At least I think this is when I started thinking that. I might have thought about that later.
How full of life you are.
Because like after
Anywhere like this. Now then, let's fight.
like after Vice says that and like explodes and screams, you never see him again, and you don't really get like any answer of like what he was talking about there.
My name is Administrator.
My name is Rose.
What the hell are you saying?
We are the administrators.
The administrators of this forest.
What the sweet crap
Yeah,
is
this
up with
is
these
important
freaks?
dialogue here, so I won't skip over this part. And this is just a
Watching.
We have
Hello.
been listening.
yeah, it's a fight against the giant robot enemy, but like it has more attacks now.
This is a recycled world.
What will you show us?
Will you show us your potential?
Entertain us.
Now they had mentioned that we killed the original Gestalt, which we did, and that was basically like, okay, yeah, now that that has happened, humanity is over. Like,
Fucking worthless heap of scrap!
and I remember the part where human Yona,
Fascinating you are.
You are just as we expected.
where
This way.
where human Yona just willingly gives up her life just to give the replicant Yona the chance to see her brother again. And the way that's presented is that she's like representing humanity there.
We have taken the liberty of sampling that strength.
Oh yeah, this part. Like, okay, so I'm going off various tangents here, but like these two, did they appear in like Drakengard? I'm going to assume no, because I figured these
Are those things me?
these two were created in the time before this game, but after Drakengard 1. So I guess no, they would not be in Drakengard at all. I guess they're entirely unique to this game then.
Bound together with muscle particles.
The same as this very forest.
And I'll talk about the Yona thing later, like
Coalesced by the tribes of quantum mechanics.
when there's not much going on.
A forest that records anything and everything about the world.
If you wanted me to follow any of this, you're gonna be real fucking disappointed.
Your comprehension is unnecessary.
After all you care for is killing. Is this not so?
At this point in the story, no, she cares more about that. More, she cares about more than that. Or I guess those memories are still like
These other me's
locked
are
away.
real as hell. I ought to be insulted.
It matters not how many copies you destroy.
They will simply disperse and immediately reconstruct themselves.
There is still much fun to be had.
We have finally come to an end.
God damn, you're annoying. I'm gonna tear these freaks apart, eat the pieces, and shit them into a trash can.
And like, what these two administrators are doing, like, there's really no point to it.
Fucking hell.
Like, everything's already over.
Have we reached the end?
Have you reached your limit?
So they're kind of just like torturing her and fucking with her. I guess just for some like sick fun.
You little fuckers.
Now this fucking part. So I was playing this and recording
Are you okay?
while in a voice call with some friends. So I had to mute myself to stop myself from screaming when this happened.
It's good to see you safe.
He's at 4 arms for some reason.
Yeah.
And here's his theme song as well.
I sense tremendous power in that magic circle. I think it's acting as an energy source. If we can destroy it, all the other kinaes should disappear too.
And I don't know why I opened the tutorial there.
I'll take care of the magic circle. You focus on kicking some kaine butt. I mean, the other kaine's butts. Not your kaine butt. You, the real kaine.
Yeah, I get it, Emil. Just focus.
Yeah, he's still the same.
Number 7. A magical weapon forged by humans.
A being who absorbed the power of number 6 and transcended humanity. Who is that? What are those voices?
Hey, he was just technically human. I think I did like talk about that briefly. We're like asking if he was like actually human or not. I guess initially he was human until like.
Gosh, it feels like it's been forever since we fought together.
I guess he was human up until he combined with his
I think
sister.
there was someone else who used to fight with us. My memories are...
Unusual phenomenal fluctuation observed.
Singularity signature detected in replicant kaine.
Yeah, that's her memories.
Terribly fascinating.
So there is something unique about her being able to recall, like even just like a whiff of her old memories, because those memories should be deleted.
Kaine, I did it!
Yeah, this next part is crazy.
Is that a doorway?
Beyond here lies that which was lost.
And yeah, by this point, I'm thinking those two must be the them that Grimoire Weiss was talking about. I should really save my voice because there's a long reading section. Well, not long. There's a reading section coming up.
At least there don't seem to be any bad guys around.
Now this bit.
I didn't get a chance to ask yet with all the fighting and shit, but what happened to you back then? And where have you been? And why the hell do you have 4 arms?
Kaine, look, it's gonna take way too long to get into all that now.
Yeah, he doesn't explain.
Fine. I was worried, you know?
Aw, Kaine. But look at us now. Team Camille, back together again.
Yeah, I guess so.
Kaine,
Team Camille.
I feel like I've forgotten something really important.
Tell me about it.
You too?
Yeah, I can't really describe it, but it's like my mind is filled with this weird fog.
I think I made a promise to somebody? Like that we would go eat something delicious?
Well then, we'll just have to get those memories back.
Yeah!
Yeah, so I was like, this area, and in Automata, when you're getting to ending D, you go to an area that's like visually similar to this.
I feel an enormous magical power ahead.
So like,
Just don't do anything rash.
is it the
Got it.
same place?
Got it. Same goes for you, Kaine. I don't want to be alone anymore.
That's really the only
Yeah.
conclusion I can come to, that it's the same place. This place and the area you go to at the end of NieR Automata. I may have mentioned it before, but I already have NieR Automata on my PC now. So I'll be playing that sometime in the future.
Is this the Shadow Lord's castle?
Kaine, I'm sensing some powerful magic up ahead.
This is a very special place.
To you and to the world.
That is the core frame of this forest, within which a great variety of information is stored.
Inside it exists all that this world is, including the memories you have lost.
You don't get to decide who lives and who dies.
That voice. It's the one from my dreams.
I've heard that voice before.
These are your memories.
A record keep.
A record you rewrote
this far
that
because you
I
were with us,
interrupted
Kaine.
there.
Damn it. What is this?
Do you suffer?
Are you pained?
Shut the fuck up!
No, this cube, like, they're not just our memories, they seem to be the memories of the whole world.
Already!
And this fucking next part, like, the way the loading screen looks, the way your health bar looks up here,
Where am I?
like, that's just the
Neil,
NieR Automata health bar and map.
These are your memories.
These are your records.
Like, I think this is like that little like zone you go into
Hell
when
is
you're
this?
fighting as 9S.
Sweet memories from deep within.
Bitter memories that were sealed away.
Shades?
Shades. Human souls that have gone gestalt.
These shades are but data reproduced via your records.
And yeah, if you weren't clear on like how the humans and shades relationship goes, there it is. Shades are people. People's souls have gone gestalt.
In this world.
An error created by a discrepancy between memory and record.
I have not understood a single fucking thing you shitty little ass grabbers have said since we started this goddamn adventure.
And we get a bit of a boss rush here. And you get this one on top of
Enough with this bullshit.
this one and the next one, because like
You have heard many voices.
from the way Kaine was reacting to these two boss fights, they seem to be the ones that most affected Kaine, the ones that affected Kaine the most, and how the shades were behaving. Yeah, BP and the little shade boy and Gretel. I don't think she said much during the wolves, and of course she has that whole thing with the girl in the boat.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I kill shades. That's all there is to it.
Like, I don't believe there's any more dialogues. I think we can skip ahead. Here we go. We get the end to this fight.
This is the deepest place in your memories.
Memories you had sealed away.
And this one is your worst memory.
And here we go. We gotta fight him again.
Motherfucker.
Somehow, this fucking guy is the final boss. This is probably the best and the craziest. The first boss is the final boss.
Shit, fucking despicable piece of garbage.
We upgraded the data that was recreated from your memories.
And yeah, they made him stronger.
Can you defeat this nightmare?
Shut your goddamn traps for one goddamn second and let me kill it already.
Your efforts are futile. It cannot be stopped.
There is no escaping this nightmare.
Someone else was there when I first fought this bastard. Fuck. Why can't I remember?
She knows there's... She knows there's something missing. But she just can't quite put it together. And I think he just spammed like the same attack here for a little bit. Let's just scrub a little forward. Alright, here, this part. Yeah, you get this damn part.
This is some twisted shit right here, and you're gonna pay!
It wasn't clear at first, but I think there's a little bit of dialogue here in a bit
Won't lose to you.
to make it clear. No, no dialogue. Oh, okay. I think we'll get a little bit of dialogue for that in a bit. I think. But okay, but in short, those were the villagers from the area.
Down here, you worthless.
And yeah, you can't do anything here because you don't have any projectile. Okay, I believe we get it here. The voices of the villagers.
That hurt.
Get out, half-breed.
Yeah, here.
You disgust me. You disgust us all. We don't want you.
Just leave us in peace.
Enough already! Please, just shut up!
I wonder how long one could last here.
Fuck. This is bad.
Like obviously you're meant to like get your ass blasted by all this. Like, here's the reading segment. When Kaine's eyes flutter open, she sees a dozen villagers quizzically staring back. After a moment, she realizes she's collapsed on the ground, where sharp stones dig at her flesh like, whatever, it's not important right now. She pulls herself to her knee before rising unsteadily feet. She pulls herself to a knee before rising on unsteady feet and sparring a glance at her surroundings. The fuck? She mutters. What happened? Wasn't I just fighting shades? Her mind races as her hand grabs. Hello. I am not fit for reading right now. Her mind races as her hand gropes unconsciously for a blade that has been her constant companion for so very long. Though she can't explain it, it's clear that she has somehow been transported to an entirely new world. Well, not entirely new. She recognized the hawk-shaped weather vane twisting slowly in the wind above her, as well as the small round homes that wisps of smoke drifting in the air. And of course, there are villagers currently staring at her with a mixture of fear and disgust. Oh yes, they are a familiar sight indeed. She is in the area. She is home. Does something matter, girl? Kaine spins around at the voice and sees a woman ravaged by time. Her narrow hips barely seem strong enough to hold her body upright, while the shawl wrapped up. Hold on. While the shawl wrapped around her thin frame appears ready to fall apart at any moment. Grandma? Is that really you? Her grandmother's eyes almost grow comically wide before blinking several times in succession. What's wrong, you fool girl? Is your head lost in dreams? Dreams? Could this be a dream? But it feels so real. But she's dead. Grandma's dead. I watched the goddamn shade kill her. So if this isn't a dream, how the hell is she here? God, okay, I need to... It's interrupting the flow, which is unfortunate. If this isn't a dream, how the hell is she here? Unless those shades killed me too. That must be it. I'm dead. I'm dead and this is it. Oh, stop with that nonsense already. Kaine flinches as her grandmother raises a hand in the air, expecting pain to come as crushing for her foolishness. But instead of below, her grandmother simply places the hand upon her granddaughter's cheek. The warmth of it instantly spreads to her cheek, from her cheek to her face before filling her entire body with a kind of beautiful light. What's wrong, girl? Asks her grandmother. Are you upset? Do you want to go home? Kaine feels tears coming to her eyes and struggles to hold them back, though she still has no idea what is happening. She knows one thing for certain. This is her grandmother. Sorry, Grandma. Not sure where my head was at there. Well, just make sure you keep it attached, her grandmother chuckles as she pulls her hand away. Maybe this is a dream, or maybe I'm already dead. I don't know, but either way, I'm not alone. As long as Grandma is with me. Darn it. As long as Grandma is with me. That's enough. Okay. Didn't I just tell you to stop spitting out, girl? Her grandmother says with a cackle. Here, now hold this. She hands Kaine a large sack filled to bursting with all manner of fruits and vegetables. Damn, Grandma, this is a lot. Well, it's important to treat yourself every now and again. Besides, these villagers may hate us, but this badge is more than willing to take our money. We'll lend support as we can, even if they have to hold their noses while we do it. Her grandmother throws off as if trying to remember something, then slowly turns around. Well, what do you know? Now the excitement, I forgot to buy my medicine. A thin smile wavers on her face for a moment before vanishing into a lifetime's worth of crevices and wrinkles, causing Kaine to take a concerned step forward. No, Grandma, that's fine. You go home and rest. I'll get the medicine. Her grandmother hesitates, clearly trying to weigh her own need for rest against her granddaughter's odd behavior for a moment before she can start to argue. Kaine charges ahead, ignoring the small voice in her head that's telling her what a bad idea all of this is. Really, Grandma, it's fine. Go home. I've got this. She pulls her grandmother's ancient wallet from her fingers, an act that requires a surprising amount of strength. Besides, you know how stubborn I am. Once my mind is set, there's no changing it. I wonder where you get that from. Seeing that further argument will be useless. Her grandmother slowly turns and begins the long journey home. Kaine watches the figure recede from her vision, waiting for what seems an eternity to ensure everything is alright. Once the frail shadow finally vanishes over the horizon, she turns on to hear what to make. Hello, dark wife OU. I'm doing alright. Yeah, just catching up on ending D&E for NieR Replicant. I'm in the reading segment here. Ho there, says the elderly apothecary as Kaine enters the store. Here for Kylie's medicine, are you? Though few villagers had ever bothered to learn her grandmother's name, she and the apothecary were old friends. Perhaps that was the reason she'd always show kindness when so many others did not. Yeah, if it's not a bother. The shopkeeper immediately sets about his work. Deftly putting bottles and herbs from the shelves and mixing them with a practiced hand. Soon a peculiar smell begins to drift through the store, one that immediately reminds Kaine of her childhood. Yeah, no worries. Come back in like 30 minutes. There you are, says the apothecary as he holds out a small cloth rag. Sorry for the wait. Oh, and say, that's a fine portrait you drew of your grandmother. Looks just like her, so it does. Honestly, I've never seen Kali so over the moon about anything. She brags about it every time she stops by. You saw that? Says Kaine, her eyes narrowing. Said portrait was something she had whipped up one day after getting her hands on some crayons, and to call it rough would be an act of purest generosity. The idea her grandmother was displaying it around town makes Kaine's stomach want to sink down to her feet before slinking into a hole somewhere. Grandma, stop embarrassing me. You bet I saw it, the police apothecary says. She brought it all the way here just to show me. My, but it's been a long time since I've seen something so wonderful. Kaine's mind begins to whirl. The picture was shit. She was sure it was shit. And yet, the man's reaction displayed the exact opposite opinion. Is he just being nice to me? The apothecary, as if sensing her skepticism, doubles down. I could really tell you put your heart into it. It was simply wonderful. Thanks, offers Kaine, who just wants the entire conversation to be over. She briefly considers how she's going to make her grandmother cease her little traveling art show, but then realizes that the train has likely left the station, shaking her head to banish her increasingly shrill thoughts. She grips the bag of medicine tightly and turns to leave, but just as she reaches the door, she hears a loud thud from somewhere back in the shop. Kaine turns around to see the apothecary crouching on the floor. Hey there, you okay? When the man does not reply, Kaine moves toward him. She assumes he just slipped on something, or perhaps hit his head on one of the low-hanging shelves in the crowded shop. But the moment she draws close to him, she hears him begin to scream inside her mind. My leg! My leg! My leg! My leg! My leg! Oh God, where's my leg? I apparently skipped that one when I recorded this. Panic. Kaine looks down and discovers that the man's leg is gone. Help me! Screams the voice in her head. Help me! As Kaine looks on in horror, the man's fingers begin to shimmer and vanish. He reaches out for her with his other hand, only to find that it, too, is no longer there. Soon his arms, too, then his legs. Then the side of his face warbbles out of existence. causing a stray eyeball to roll out of its socket and onto the floor. Heal, says the voice. If it could even be called that anymore. Lekan! A moment later, what remains of the pitiful shopkeeper collapses into the heap of ash, releasing a small puff into the air into the sudden releasing a small puff into the suddenly silent air. As Kaine stumbles back in horror, she hears a cacophony of terror rising up outside. Oh god, what's happening? My arms! Where are my arms? Why can't I see? Kaine bursts out of the storm and finds herself in a nightmare. Homes slough off the sides of cliff, taking out pieces of scaffolding as they fall. Screams echo out everywhere. Creating an opera fit for hell. Villagers run in mad circles before exploding into dust, their clothing drifting this way and that as it floats untethered through the air. One thing I'll say, I'll never read audiobooks. I'll never record audiobooks. As she stares at the scene, wide-eyed, a single thought suddenly inserts itself into the forefront of her mind. Grandma. Kaine breaks into a run, the crumbling world around her suddenly forgotten. She leaps from one piece of falling debris to the next, using them as stepping stones to cross a world that is increasingly losing cohesion. As she continues her mad dash, flicks of ash are blown into her face, her mouth, her eyes. Ash, 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 ash. Buildings and people, all reduced to so many cinders in the wind. Soon she arrives at her childhood home. It was once a place filled with precious memories, a place she regarded as an oasis in an increasingly mad world. But now it is nothing but a pile of ash. As she gapes unbelievably at the sight, a faint sound suddenly reaches her voice. Kaine. She's alive. Grandma's alive. With a speed born out of panic, she leaps into the giant pile and begins shoving it aside. It stings her eyes and burns her lung, but she continues on. Heedless of the danger, finally she pulls a small blackened form out of darkness. Come on, Grandma, she whispers. We're getting out of here. Without waiting for a response, Kaine gathers her grandmother in her arms and breaks into a mad run, hoping to escape the chaos. But the wave of ash has become a tsunami, and before she can make it... Damn it. Ran out of breath there. And before she can make it more than a few desperate steps, it reaches out with a cruel hand and overwhelms them. Kaine stumbles and falls, sending her and her grandmother tumbling into the ashes. One glance at her fate is enough to reveal the culprit. Her right leg has vanished at a point just below the knee. Oh, it'll take more than that to stop me, mutters Kaine as she slings her grandma over her shoulder and begins to crawl away. We're going to make it. We're going to live. As she crawls, her grandmother seems to grow lighter as if trying to magically reduce the weight of her own brother. But as Kaine continues to struggle, she hears a small, soft voice in her ear. Thank you, Kaine. As the voice drifted away, the last pile of ash that used to be her grandmother drifts away on a soft breeze. Kaine screams, an impossibly sad and lonely sound, and begins trying to pull the ashes back to her. This can't be happening. It can't be happening. This can't be happening. It can't be happening. Let me just reread that bit. But the ashes are mingling with all the other detritus from the collapsed village, and soon she can no longer tell which particle belongs to who. Come on, come the fuck on already. As she continues her frantic digging, her hand suddenly closes around a piece of soft, ragged fabric, her grandmother's shawl. I knew this place was a lie. I knew it, and I still couldn't do anything. I couldn't save anyone. I couldn't even escape. I just felt the peace in the place, and I accepted it. I wanted it. That's why there was nothing here. No reason to live. No goal. No anything. So this is why I'm... Now this part! Again, I'm glad I was muted during the voice call I was in. Because I was losing my shit over this. Suddenly, a new voice entered Kindness world.
Can you hear me?
It's fucking Vice. After a moment, your voice calls out again, louder,
Now
clearer.
then, you wish to get him back, hmm?
Replied Kaine. Who are you talking about?
For the love of all the heavens, I always did know you were a handful.
Though the voice immediately began to grate on Kaine's nerves, there's something else as well. A kind of warmth, almost.
Are you truly so daft that you have already forgotten one of your beloved traveling companions and friends?
Familiarity, says the voice, which causes something deep in Kaine's memories to surge forth. That's right, I had friends, and I was fighting to get one of them back. At this realization, a blinding radiant beam of light shoots out across the ash-covered world, covering her eyes with one trembling...
Hurry back.
Like, I need to fucking... At this realization, a blinding, radiant beam of light shoots out across the ash-covered world. Covering her eyes with one trembling hand, Kaine reaches for it.
Do hurry back now, hussy.
There it is, hussy. So we're back in the fight.
What is the matter? Do you still not remember? You've not time to become lost in your thoughts.
Right. Okay. Let's get him back!
Use my magic to topple the beast. I presume you know how
And
to
so,
use magic, yes? Give us a show, hussy.
Story-wise,
Help to take out this goddamn fuckwaffle!
for the first time since the Shadow Lord fight, we can use magic, and we have everything: Dark Lance, Dark Hand, all of it.
Use my power to knock the creature down with magic. Well done. Now clobber the beast.
Yeah, hit its face.
Shit, this thing is tough.
Let the next onslaught be our last.
Honestly, yeah, even Vice's magic is like... The aesthetic is different because of the area we're in.
Vice.
Yes.
Thanks.
Have you been in your cups again?
Fuck your face.
Ah, that's more like it.
It's such a great character moments for these two.
Are you sound of mind, hussy? What you're attempting is extremely...
Cram it, book. I'm doing this.
I see.
Like, these two have always been at each other's necks. And to see them just like working together like this is really heartwarming.
Let not your resolution waver before mere illusions again, hussy.
Don't worry. I'll do what needs to be done.
Is we scrub a little bit here?
Close this out.
Okay, it was right at the end of the segment. So, we'll get this again.
Do not relent in your assault.
Time to close this out.
And it's done.
Let us finish this.
Yeah, with the like the whole like cube aesthetic, it looks really interesting here. Oh, this is the best one. This is the best one.
So this is a replicant's potential.
Don't go. Gotta go back. Don't go.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! I already made up my mind. Nobody tells me what to do. I swore I would be a sword. I swore that I would be your sword. Do you hear me? So I am going to get you back, and I don't care what it takes. Who the fuck do you think you are to just up and disappear like that, huh? I'm the one who gets to decide what my life means to me. It's my life, and I'll do whatever I want with it. So quit wasting time like a brainless fuckwit and get your ass back here now!
Yeah, there is a similar like visual aesthetic to Final Fantasy. Do you want to recover the person you cherish? Yes. So it deletes the new save data you made and restores the save data that was deleted. Which is why you cannot pick the same name as before. Because that name belongs to the person you cherish. And now, you get your save data back. Every little bit that was deleted gets restored. I believe Final Fantasy XIV, the MMO, has a NieR dungeon. This is a remake of the PS2 game. And this remake has this ending E, which was originally locked away in a audio drama. In the original version of this game, you could not do this whole segment that I just showed. You got your ending D, you deleted your save file, and that was it. Game over. Only way you would know what happens afterwards is if you listen to the audio drama. But now, all that content is here. You actually... Okay, to get this, to get to this point where that I'm showing here, you have to play through... You play through the game, through the whole game once, you get your ending D. And you play through the second half of the game 3 more times for ending B, C, and then D. And now you get this. You say that, right? You go not like this emoji. It is 100% worth it. I it was it's at this it's at this point where you finally get to control Kaine that I went. It is 100% worth it. Now let's go back over here. You physically cannot repeat a game. That is one thing I will give Automata over this one, where getting the subsequent endings flows a lot better. Because with Automata, you play through the whole game, you get your A ending. You play the whole game again, but this time you're playing as the other character, so the gameplay is completely different. And then you get your ending B. For ending C and D, you play as a third character, and then for ending D, you swap between the second character and third character. So the way it flows is a lot better in terms of playing the game for an extended period of time. Well, with this, you just have to a hard way play the game again. At the very least, it's like once you do all your side quests, you don't got to do them again in subsequent playthroughs, or you can just avoid them entirely when you're playing through the game. If you're avoiding the side quests, the game is really short. Like the portions that you do replay are about like 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours, give or take. Yeah, put it all on save file 1.
I leave the rest to you, hussy.
Our journey may have been meaningless.
Our past may have been a mistake.
Pausing it. No. I just played this off stream because I was doing other thing. I was already doing other things on stream. So this is just a one time thing. I will likely never do it this way again. I was actually I probably would have done this on stream had I known there would be this much. Had I known that I would be playing for like another hour to get to this point, I would have live streamed it. But it wound up being the way it is now because I did not know.
But we're not going back.
Even if this world comes to an end.
Because this is the world with the people we cherish.
And that is NieR Replicant, ending E. So, all that stuff is new to the remake. It was originally only available in an audio drama. So, imagine playing through the whole game, all the way through ending D, and still, like, going, oh, well, that's kind of sad. NieR sacrificed himself to save Kaine. By the way, where did Weiss go? What was he talking about? Who was them? You would have to listen to the audio drama to get all that. But seeing that in this remake, like, yeah, the whole game is worth it, just for that. Like, playing through the game again, like, that tedium, 100% worth it. It is worth playing the game 4 times. The thing I was saying a bit earlier about with Yona, the human Yona who had gone Gestalt, or I guess the Gestalt Yona, possessing the replicant Yona, she willingly let herself die to give replicant Yona the opportunity to see her brother. In that moment, she is essentially representing humanity. And basically saying it's okay that humanity is dead and gone and that it's over. Let these replicants begin to flourish and take over the world. Let them have the chance to be the, like, let the replicants be like the, like, be who is, like, dominant? No? Give the earth to them. Give the earth to the replicants, basically. As a somewhat human, I would never do that. Well, I get that. Right? But at the point that humanity is at, then, like, humanity at that point is just, like, scary ghosts. And, like she's actually she is literally representing humanity, because she's, like, the only, like, human, like, that's still, like, not fucked up and the ghost. Like, she is the only successful example of the Gestalt program. She is the only one who, like, had, like, that level of autonomy and consciousness to even make that decision. So, the human Yona, out of love, for another's, I guess more out of recognition of someone else's love for their own brother, who is essentially a copy of her, sacrificed herself and humanity to give them a chance. And that last cutscene where Kaine and Emil going, their journey was pointless, their existence a mistake. Like, if you remember back in the first half of the game, the entire goal is to collect the sealed verses to cure Yona's black scrawl, which they can't complete because Yona gets kidnapped by the human NieR, the Shadow Lord. So the quest becomes, well, we gotta save her. But you never really get any conclusion to the whole black scrawl thing. As far as I'm aware, they never cure the black scrawl, and eventually both Yona and NieR are going to die of it. And their existence is being a mistake. Well, yeah? Yeah, the existence of like every like replicant here in the setting is a mistake, because it was caused by just a freak accident of like the big dragon from Drakengard being isekai'd into this world and causing like this like horrible disease that killed all humanity. And I have a party's greeting has been added to the options menu. I have not looked at that at all. Visit that woman's house for a new weapon. I'm guessing that's Kaine's house. You can get her sword. That's what I'm assuming. And at the end, you get this on your menu. You get the big sword, the staff, Kaine's two big swords. And that is how NieR Replicant ends. It is safe to say that NieR Replicant is genuinely one of my favorite games.